Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Today is Monday, September 1st, 2014. My name is Rex Harrison. As always, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to spend some time with you here this evening. Momentarily, Robert Blakely is going to be joining us for some words of wisdom and insight here before we get into some technical stuff this evening. So while we are waiting for him to get back, I'm just going to kind of give you guys a quick overview of what we're going to be talking about here. Also, real quick, just so everybody's aware, we're looking at probably about another 2 days is all is left on the $47 per month Pro upgrade. We're actually going to be switching that to a one-time offer this week. So for those of you that are planning on upgrading, now is the time to do that. Well, that offer is still on the table because effective in the next couple of days, that's going to be offered only to new members of the Academy anymore. And the monthly upgrade fee for those who don't take the OTO will be $97. So now is the time to get in there and get that rolling so you can take advantage of those savings. We're going to be talking tonight about video sales letters and bridge pages. And the reason that I'm going to talk on these things here this evening is because they, like chocolate and peanut butter, go great together. The bridge pages, and I will give you the basic setup for those tonight, is really no different than a lead capture page or a splash page or any other page. There's some technical things that you can incorporate into them, including countdown timers and stuff like that, pop-up scripts, but primarily the power of these bridge pages, and using the word bridge, is to basically fill a gap between you and the target audience that you're reaching out to. And it doesn't matter which target audience you're reaching out to. There's usually a way to bridge the gap based on what you're doing, and we're going to look at some clever ways that you can do that, especially with affiliate products and offers that you promote that may not seem like they're a fit for a specific group of people, I guess, but nonetheless can bridge that gap between you and an audience that you would have probably never thought about targeting for the purposes of building a list. And there are many reasons why doing that is vitally important. And one of the things that we're also going to show you how to do here, I don't know if we'll have time tonight or not, we'll definitely get to it this week, is direct selling affiliate products on the back end of lead capture pages. That's something that we saw a lot this weekend as well. But before we do all that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this over to Robert Blakely and let him share with you what he has to share with you here this evening, and then I will be back to go over the bridge pages and the video sales letters. So with that, Mr. Blakely, the floor is yours.
Thank you, and I appreciate you, brother. Can you guys hear me okay? You want to do a quick microphone audio check?
Sounds good.
All right, cool. And I got to get over this whole delay thing, so hopefully we can still have some interaction. I want to quickly introduce myself, but I don't want to bore you. I don't know if all of you guys here know me or not, but just to cut through all the formality, my name is Robert Blakely. People know me online as the Blakester. One of my biggest things is I deal with sales psychology. So I'm hoping to tap into your brain here this evening before Rex goes into his value-added training. And I want to talk to you about an acronym that just kind of came to me off of this 4-day weekend that we had. For those of you that don't know, myself, Rex, and Ricardo actually were at an event this weekend. 4-day weekend. It was pretty cool. Called Victory Mayhem Live. It was sponsored by JV Zoo. We got the chance and the opportunity to rub elbows, if you will, with some of the major players that are out there. And I just kind of came to me today, and I put out some of it this morning, and it's an acronym that I'm looking at. It's just 3 letters. It's FKA. Ask you to write it down, but I'm not the kind of guy that's going to give you the exact same content that I did earlier, right, because we want to give you guys some value. So I do want to talk about it real quickly for those of you that may not have been here earlier today. And I'm going to get into a little bit of the good, the bad, and the ugly on some of these things. Now, why am I doing this? Well, hold on, and I'll let you know after I answer the phone, because it's raining. You have a crazy hour. There we go. Hello? Hey, buddy, let me give you a call back. I'm actually on the live webinar right now. All right?
Yeah.
All right, love you, bye.
All right, bye.
All right, sorry about that. Anyway, so today we're actually going to talk a little bit about the good, the bad, and the ugly about the 3 things that I mentioned earlier today that are actually your keys to success when we're talking about freedom, right? So earlier this morning when we were speaking, I asked you guys to actually stand up and scream out freedom. So some of you guys did. If you guys missed that, hopefully we'll do a little bit more of that at a later date. But I was talking a little bit about the 3 keys to your success. Those letters, write those down. It's FKA. The first one is friendships. That's what the F stands for. The K stands for knowledge, and the A stands for action. Now, why do I want to talk about these? Because overall, off of these 4 days, although I already knew a lot of the information that was put out, there were a lot of key little ingredients that were missing, and I believe that those key ingredients that we're going to be bringing to you guys are going to be monumental in what it is that we are doing within the Academy, as well as doing what we can to teach you the necessary things that you need to do to be where you would like to be, to ultimately attain that freedom. So whatever your freedom is, whether it's, not having a mortgage payment or not having a car payment or anything like that, we want to help you get to that place in life. I've said before, again, for those of you that don't know me, but even if I can have a small integral part in your success, that will make me absolutely ecstatic. Because one of the things that I love as a coach, mentor, or trainer is actually seeing people succeed. There's too many people that are out there that they just keep failing and failing and failing. And I went through that as well many years ago. And you have to find out and figure out a little system that's going to work for you. Some people might be more attracted to email marketing. Some people might be more attracted to attraction marketing. Some people might be more direct marketing or more belly to belly. There's tons of different ways that you can market your opportunity of business out there. But again, ultimately, off of this 4-day weekend, I came to the conclusion, it kind of hit me, epiphany, 3 simple initials or letters in the alphabet, shall we say, FKA. These are ultimately the keys to your success, and a big part of that was the first letter, which is F, which was really, how do you say, I guess spotlighted is what I would say this weekend, because what ultimately happened was we met a lot of friends, and we met friends of friends, which ultimately, if you're a network marketer, networking at the root of network marketing is what we do, is networking, right? So you meet with other people, and if you've been on our webinars before, you know that what we try to teach you is the mechanics and the mindset of network marketing, and also just to simply be able to build your list and talk to people, right? So, but friendships is ultimately the key to your success. So I want you to real quickly think about this for a minute, okay? And maybe you've heard this before, maybe not. But I want you to think about your 5 closest friends, okay? Because we're talking about the letter F right now, right? Think about your 5 closest friends for me just a minute. I'll give you a second to think about that. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds. In fact, even better, why don't we do this just to make sure that everything works out perfectly? Grab a sheet of paper and a pen, or take out your notepad and actually write your 5 closest friends down. Oh, don't worry, I'll wait. Again, we want to give you value. We want to show you something. We want to tap into your brain, get you thinking the right way. You got to be thinking like a winner, not a loser, not a quitter. All right, so you write the 5 people that you're closely associated with. Now, if you know what their incomes are, write their incomes off to the right-hand side. And if you don't, you can kind of guesstimate, right? But I guarantee you, if you take those 5 closest friends that you have and you add up their incomes and you divide it by 5, you're going to find that that's roughly what your income is, okay? So again, I want to talk to you about the good, the bad, and the ugly about all this. FB and friendships, you need to take a look at your 5 closest friends that you have and figure out what is your association with them and how much are they making. Okay, if you're in this and you're thinking about the money, you need to surround yourself with at least 5 people that are making double to triple what you're making. Okay, if you want to have some more success, you need to get 5 really good people. Do you understand? If you do, give me a Y down in the chat area or wherever you guys are at. Oh, there you go, down on the page itself. Okay, 5 friends of yours you need to find that are half multi-millionaire or multi-millionaire or whatever you want to call it. But they need to be closer to your goals and your success than you are right now. Okay? If everybody understands that and everything's clear, just leave a Y or a yes down in the comment section. Okay? So that's kind of the good. We talk about the bad is the actual representation that those 5 people add up to your income, or add it up, divided by 5. That's roughly what you make. The ugly thing is that some of these people, and part of the 5 people might have even been members of your family. I don't know. Okay, now are we telling you to go, not be friends with your family members and stuff? No, I'm not telling you that. But you have direct association and you have direct control, ladies and gentlemen, over who you deal with and who you come in contact with. Okay? Now, you may not think that. You might think, oh, well, now I can't control this person because they keep coming into my life or whatever, right? You can. Ultimately, with time, you can. Right? So you control your circumstances. You control a lot of the outcomes as well, especially when it comes to friendships. But if you don't have the right friends, you need to check that. Okay? Because it's not what you know, it's who you know. It's who you know that could be a key factor in literally slingshotting you from one point to the next within your business. Okay? It's typically that one little thing that is a block within you as far as why you're not getting to where you want to be. It could be something as small as not having a website or not having a blog. Ricardo, if you're watching, it could be something as simple as not understanding email marketing or not even having an autoresponder, right? Missing one of the simple tools, something like that, right? But your friendships is what's going to help you determine that. Okay? So think about the friends. Think about the people that you're having a day-to-day contact with. Especially, are you on Facebook? Are you on Facebook just sitting there chatting back and forth to somebody that is not conducive to your business goals? If so, then stop it, like Bob Newhart used to say, right, in that, or says in that video. Stop it! right? You've got to stop doing the things that are not conducive to you making money, especially or building your business or adding to your friendships, right? So good, the bad, the ugly. And if you're one of those people that, you're rough around the edges and, you're not very good at making friendships, then that's something else that we need to do and work on at some point in time. That's where we need to look into the mirror and find out, well, what can I do to fix myself? Who can I talk to? Who can I go to? Okay? Coaches, mentors, counselors, whatever you need to do, let's make that happen. Because understand this, it is all dependent right here. Okay? So I've had some conversations, obviously, with Rex, and not to throw him on the bus or Ricardo or anything, but there's a lot of people, guys, especially pay attention here. There's a lot of you that are on this webinar right now, right? That some of these guys don't believe that you'll be able to make it. They think that you're going to be totally screwed, okay? Now, I can have some belief in that, but at the same time, I believe in people, and I believe in every one of you guys that are on this webinar right now. I believe in you because you're here right now. Almost like what Omar said, when he was talking. He said he congratulated you guys for being here. Let's do that. Congratulate you guys for being here because that's the first step. So now you're in this circle of friends and this friendship to where you can get the knowledge that you're going to need to actually see some success. If you simply follow what we're showing you and day by day take small action, you will start seeing a difference in what's going on in your life. Okay? Let's move on because of the interest of time. Let's go to the letter K. K is knowledge, right? So knowledge. Again, I mentioned this morning. The wife and people as well say, I know a lot about a lot. Okay? And I mentioned earlier that I make it my job to know a lot. If I see things that I don't know, I'm looking them up on Google. I'm trying to find out what it is that I don't know. If I have a thought pattern in my head, something, even if it's a song, I'll look it up. I'll go to YouTube, look for the lyrics, look for this, look for that. But guys, there is a plethora of information that's out there, especially when you have an internet connection and you have things like Google. You can go to Google for everything, Google knows it all. It's like, what do you have for me today, Google? I mean, literally, you can type in anything, and guess what? If you don't find it in Google, that's probably something that you should create some content about. Hint, hint, write that down, especially if you're brand new and you don't get that. But you have to constantly be thriving to give yourself more knowledge. Some of the things that I've learned over the years are, how to host a website, how to build a website, learning with FTP on file transfer protocol, all these different things. How do I do a solo ad? How do I do email marketing? There's all these little nuances that you can learn, but you don't have to be good at every single one of them, right? But you do have to always work this right here. It is a muscle, okay? It is a muscle. You have to work your muscle. I recommend that you try to read something every day. Not that I'm a huge reader, but there are some books that I will be reading. The next one I'm going to be looking at doing, which was recommended to me by my mentor, Tom Bill, was The Success System That Never Fails by W. Clement Stone. Write that down. The Success System That Never Fails by W. Clement Stone. Okay? Find those books that are being recommended by these mentors and read them if you get the chance. Actually, not if you get the chance. Make the chance, right? Make the chance to read these types of things so that you get the understanding and the mindset that's proper that you need for success. Because understand, again, the biggest thing that's going to kill you in this world, in this internet marketing game, or in life in general, is how you think or believe, okay? It's your thinking, your belief system is what's going to play huge in this whole thing, right? So you have to, again, I've mentioned this before in the past, you have to believe that you're going to be successful, number one. You have to see this as the end-all, be-all circumstance for whatever it is that you have in your life that's a problem or strife. And it can be solved by money, because most problems can be solved by that. Unfortunately, it's a currency-based society. I'd rather be bartering, truthfully, myself. But all of that can be done, and it can be done in time. We want to reduce that amount of time by giving you the knowledge that you need and plug in those gaps wherever it is. I don't care where it's needed, which is a huge part of why we're asking you guys to make sure that you're upgraded to pro members. Okay? We could literally charge a bunch more. Just be transparent here. And the offer's going up to, I don't know, I think it was $97 or something like that if you don't join and start off at the $47 level. Guys, we paid a small fraction of an amount to have some crazy knowledge embarked on us this weekend. And we're going to be taking that to the next level and sharing all of that with our pro members, okay? So, yes, you can be here for free. Yeah, you can sit here and you can listen to me rant, and hopefully what I say might spark an idea in your head, and it might change your thought pattern, or you might plug in one of those gaps, right? But if you're really serious about yourself, you should be able to invest at least $47 in your success, in your knowledge, in your education, your training. I like the way that Bob Rydell puts it best, because obviously this is academy, right? So didn't you have to pay for school? If you went to college especially, didn't you have to pay for school? $47 a month is nothing to have to pay for what we're going to be bringing you guys. I'll tell you that. So knowledge is good. It can be bad and it can be ugly depending on what you actually know, right? Okay. So moving on, the last one, final one is A, action, right? There's not a whole lot of good or bad or ugly that I can tell you about this, other than let's think about it. Action. If you don't take action, what happens? And you can go ahead and feel free to respond in the comment section. You know, when I was doing my webinars for GBO Academy and stuff, I used to always tell people, look, if you don't take action off of what we're teaching you or what we're saying to you, or something doesn't trigger and you don't utilize what we're teaching you or practice or anything like that, you can expect to get 0 results, right? So you have to make sure that you take action. So what is it that you can do starting tomorrow to change either your friendships, your knowledge, or your action? Okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down friendships, what you want to change or how you can change it. Knowledge, write down what you can change or how you want to change it. And action, what will you do tomorrow? Okay? Write that down real quick. At least those. And then I'm going to ask you to post them on the page here in just a few minutes. Now, I want to rant for just a minute about those of you that are physically taking action. I want to also mention a couple people. Now, Rex, you might have to mention a couple people as well on top of Bob Rydell. Sherry Higdon, Michelle Grigsby, Keith Mills, Susie Luckow. I had to at least mention those people right there because I know they are action takers. Keith, I saw your email through your traffic exchange, so I see you and I know you're promoting it. Susie, I know that you've been out there and you've been diligently working at things, which we need to schedule some time together so that we can have some more one-on-one time. Okay? But I appreciate, just have to tell you guys, I appreciate you guys that are actually taking action. And if you don't know, or you're not part of the Mojo team and you're not in there and you're not seeing some of these other folks that are posting, for example, forgot the guy's name. Rex, you'll have to help me on that, but he posted the other day about the videos that he did, and oh my God, he got hella subscribers from just following what Rex is showing you, or showing him, or showed him, shall I say. He paid attention, he took action is what I'm getting at, right? And he got results. Again, you will not get any results. Nothing will happen. You will not make a dime until you take action. Okay? You have to ultimately take that action. So if you've written those things down for your friendships, knowledge, and action, I want you to post those on the page right now. I'm going to look at them, and the next time we meet or the next chance I get, I want to ask you about those. I want to continually try to move you forward in your friendships, your knowledge, and your action. Again, if you've been on these webinars, one of the biggest things that I like to do is do what I can to remove the fear from you so that you'll literally take action. Because it's not that difficult, guys. This is not that hard. You just have to put the dots together and start connecting them. Remember back in the day, guys, we used to connect the dots, la, 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 connect the dots. The problem is that some of us are not connecting the dots. Now, there's learning curves for each one of us. So some of us are going to get it a little faster. Some of us are going to get it a little slower. We're going to do what we can to take our time and make sure that everybody's covered and everybody's taken care of. At the same time, doesn't matter what your level of experience is, we're going to be there to help plug in those gaps. We're going to help hold you by the hand, so to speak, but we can't do the work for you. We can give you all the motivation. We can give you the tools. We can show you how to do it. But literally it comes down to you taking the action. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. That's my little rant. FKA by the Blakester. That's how you're going to have some freedom. Those are your 3 keys to success from moi to toi. So, hope you enjoyed that information. If so, let me know on Facebook, all that other stuff. Different platform than I'm used to. Rex Harris, what do you got to say about that?
What do I have to say about that? What do I have to say about that? Well, it's like you said, the resounding theme of the entire weekend was friendships. And when you combine your willingness to connect with some people who know better than you and are willing to share time with you so you can get a better result. I mean, to me, that's just living proof that the friendships and, the end result in terms of success, continue to prove what has been said all along, is that it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I think that was demonstrated greater than anything that we saw this weekend, is that who you know is key, who you connect with is even more key, and having the guts to show up in an environment and connect with people like we were able to connect with this weekend is what throws open the door. It's what gives you that opportunity to reach out and connect with some people that do have some success and are not afraid to share their knowledge. And that's what we received this weekend. So the friendship being absolutely vital in terms of that. So as always, Blakester, great value here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on screen sharing, and we're going to talk tonight about bridge pages. Okay. Now, what I've created here real quick is a simple little template that shows you. I'll make that just a little bit bigger here. Hold on a second.
And how?
Okay. Now this is just basically a rough skeleton here. I'm actually going to make that gray so it's a little bit easier to see. Just pretend that's a white background. Okay. Here we go. Okay. These are notes that I'm going to be just transcribing from the event for our pro members in the Academy. So for those of you that are watching this, whatever I share with you this evening, I would encourage you to write it down. Oops, I don't want that color. So here we go. All right. First things first, what is a bridge page? A bridge page is what connects the dots from any target audience that you could target with whatever it is that you are offering for sale. Okay. Now, out of respect, I'm certainly not going to violate any trust from anything that I learned this weekend. But this is another one of those things where understanding who it is that you are reaching out to and giving them something that they want. Okay? I'll give you the example. Many of you know that I had the opportunity to spend some time with a guy named Chris Record this weekend, and he actually opened up his laptop and shared some very cool things with us. Why this is important, because this is someone who is having phenomenal success, and when I say phenomenal success, I mean generating $500,000 in sales, selling T-shirts through Teespring on the internet. I mean, being able to go out and get over 30 people in his primary business in a single day. And people, wonder how they do these things. Well, he opened up his computer this weekend and showed me how he does what he does. That's where I was shared with, for the first time, the concept of these bridge pages, because it is about bridging the gap between you and the target audience, or between the ad and the target audience. So here's the example, okay, and I'm not going to give away the target audience that he's using, because that would not be the right thing to do. I will share with you what I'm going to do based on what he shared with me this weekend. He's in a business opportunity, and for those of you that are in any opportunity right now that offers a blog as part of the package, that you're going to find this information here useful. Stop and consider that a target audience is going to be responsive to an offer when you can tie it into what they are interested in. Okay, so let's take a blog, for example, and I know many of you are involved in business opportunities where a blog is part of the product line, or maybe you are setting up and creating blogs. Okay, maybe that's what you do. and one of your objectives is to sell a blog package, WordPress setup, design, that type of thing. When you stop and consider blogging as an activity on the internet, you can blog about anything. And this was the brilliance behind this. Imagine incorporating also into your marketing system the ability to reach people who have a specific interest in pretty much anything. Let's use television shows, for example. The example of the bridge page that I saw this weekend, I'll give you the generic version of this. Get paid to blog about a specific TV show that's incredibly popular, and then leading them to a presentation that shows them how it works. The video sales page, the video sales letter. We're going to change that from video sales page to video sales letter. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. One of the television shows that I've been following since it's been on, I think it's going into season 7, is a show about a motorcycle club called the Sons of Anarchy. And you might think, well, Rex, how in the world would you reach out to a target audience about a home business opportunity based on a TV show that they're watching? Well, let's stop and consider the approach that was taken there. Get paid to blog about your favorite TV show. So I could run a promotion on a bridge page that says get paid to blog about Sons of Anarchy. Are you a Sons of Anarchy fan? We can show you in the next 30 minutes, we can show you how to get paid to blog about Sons of Anarchy, or how to get paid to blog about Sons of Anarchy, for example. Give them the opportunity to take a look at the video sales letter, show them how it works, and then direct them to a page where they would opt in then first and then be directed to the sales page or promotional video that promoted the blogging package. Because when he showed me that the other day, it was as brilliant as anything I'd ever considered. And it could be done for anything. It could be done for anything that someone would be interested in perhaps writing about. There's a great bridge between a blogging product and any audience, period. Because from a format standpoint, they don't really look a whole lot different than a standard splash page or anything else. And these things could be easily made in Splash Wizard. They could be easily made in Easy Landing Page Pro or other page makers that are available. And the only trick to it is to apply the same thing that we've been talking about for weeks when it comes to relating with the audience based on solutions that they need. And we've been focusing on internet marketers and network marketers. So that's one way that you can bridge the gap between you and any audience, for those of you that have a blogging platform that is part of whatever it is that you are promoting. Okay. So let's talk about the video sales letter then. What is a video sales letter and how does it work? Well, this is a training that we received from Mike Phil-Same this weekend. Let me explain to you how this works. A video sales page is kind of like a slideshow. Have you ever stumbled upon one of those lead capture pages that have a video on it that is primarily someone talking and then words flashing on the screen, usually very simple, straight down or straightforward, stripped down, black and white, letters on the screen, walking you through the process. Because that's what this is, it's a process. Okay? And based on with what Mike shared with us this weekend, it is a 33-point process with step-to-step instructions on how to make it all work. Okay? And it starts out with this. Okay? He believes that the first thing, more important than anything, when you are setting up a video sales letter, is to know the benefits of your product inside and out. And know the pain your market is in like it's your own burden. So think about that in terms of the internet marketing community, because many of you can relate with the pain as it pertains to people who are already in the internet marketing community, because so many people are in pain because of the fact that they want to make money and they are not. Well, there's a whole world of opportunity out here now to plug people directly in to a wide variety of solutions made available through many of the websites that are on the internet and associated with the internet and affiliate marketing community. Okay, one of them is Warrior Forum. Okay, many of you have probably heard of Warrior Forum at least. Okay, the other, jvzoo.com, places where people can go create their own product and not only sell it, but have others become interested and then going out and promoting it to earn a commission on the product that you've added there. Now, the beautiful thing about this is on the jvzoo.com website, it could be anybody that likes what you've done with your product and decides to grab it and go run with it. Okay, completely different method of marketing online for people who do that type of thing. But here's something else that's going to be very important to consider and will be a perfect strategy for those of you that want to start utilizing JVZoo to perhaps launch your own product and drive traffic from that website for the purposes of building a list. What if you were to put together a simple little digital information product? It could be a PDF that you wrote out with images. It could be a video that you put together and offer for sale on a website like jvzoo.com. And let's say you offer people, it's a little report, it's a $7 report, so you're paying people $3.50 per referral as an example. Because that's what it's all about. You're going to put something up there, you're going to earn a commission on it to give other people the opportunity to earn a commission on it. Okay, you get to the point where you're utilizing a bridge letter or a bridge page like this to bridge the gap between any audience, including internet marketers, network marketers, affiliate marketers, home business owners, etc. because a page like this is your promotional link for your product on JVZoo. So people take action to get access. They buy your $7 report, then you opt them in, and now you have a proven buyers list. And the next step is, now that I've given them a product they can learn something from that's going to lead them to getting a result. It's very important, and that's one of the things that on a list of hundreds that I took away from the event this weekend, is that anytime that we're sharing something with people, we need to show them how to get a result. Not just show people, well, this is cool, this is how it works, and then have them walk away scratching their heads. How do you get a result with what it is that you're doing? If I'm buying a solo ad and I'm running a lead capture page, and the result is going to be people subscribing to my list and me inviting them to workshops and webinars, when those people subscribe or when those people buy something, that is a result. And results are what matters in terms of making money, at the very least. Because when I send out an ad or a sales letter or a tweet or a post on Facebook and I generate traffic from that, which leads to subscribers on my list, that's a result. That's a result that I'm looking for. That's a result that is an income generating activity. Okay. Now, in terms of the sales letter, all I have to do then is create a compelling presentation that specifically addresses a target audience based on what they're interested in, and then simply put the steps to the solution in the video sales letter. The other thing that was touched upon this weekend, you'll have to forgive me for the long pause there. I'm going over my notes here real quick, and I was taking notes at such a furious pace, I have a couple words here that I'm having to try to decipher. Okay. So let's do something that's going to lead toward you getting a result. Okay, it's going to require you to open up something to type in, or a pen and a piece of paper. These are 33 points. Obviously, we're not going to cover them all in one night. All right? Because I want you guys to get this. And you will get it. And when you do get it, you're going to start seeing the results you're looking for, and you're going to start making some money. And then you're really going to like it. All right? So quick review. Number one, know the benefits of your product inside and out. The benefits. Number two, know the pain your market is in, like it's your own burden. And this one's huge. Okay? You want to present within your sales letter the steps that lead to the solution within it. It's really just that simple. The beginning phase of the video. And make sure that when you are setting up these action steps that people are going to take, that instead of using terminology that's widely acceptable, take a specific category and give it its own name. And I'm going to give you an example of that. One of the things that we discussed this weekend that we're going to be implementing into the academy soon is training on how to start making money as a virtual assistant based on the skills that you have that other internet marketers and networkers would be willing to pay you in trade for your time of doing a job for them. And when Robert and I were discussing this the other night, obviously the commercial commonly accepted term for this is virtual assistants. So a demonstration of that tip that I just shared with you out of my notes here would be to take a virtual assisting training program or virtual assisting services that we may sell through the academy and identify them as something that is our own. That's what he's saying. So instead of us saying, you know, we're hiring virtual assistants, we could say we are training. I mean, it would be a little bit more sexy than this, but we are attracting, or excuse me, we are seeking let's call them
Hey, Rex.
team workers, for lack of a better way to put it.
Should we be seeing any movement? We're stuck on video sales letter.
No, you shouldn't be seeing any movement. I haven't moved the screen.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay. So let's say instead of calling them virtual assistants, we call them, just team support specialists. Same thing, just different name. Okay. Versus saying that we are hiring virtual assistants, that we are training. We are training, executive team members. Okay, for lack of better phrasing here tonight. Okay. Be creative and give your solutions their own names. All right. Because this is what's going to grab people's attention, and it's attention that's going to create curiosity and discovery within the system when someone's watching it. Okay, and it's just walking them step by step through a video sales letter. Call it a slideshow, call it whatever you will. There's a good example right there where Mike Philsame calls them video sales letters. I might call them video. I might call them, a video bridge page, or a video bridge letter, or a bridge letter. Same thing, just putting my own unique spin on it. That's something that they said was very important. Okay. Okay, and the other thing that he said here too is that specific details trump big outcomes every time. So this is where bullet points that specifically state what the product does to solve the problem are vitally important. And this is, you know, from the very opening in the planning of your sales letter, and then he follows a specific set of what he calls plot points. Okay? And don't worry about fancy designs. Simple is better. The more we test and the more we talk to people, the more that we realize that simple, straightforward, basic, stripped down pages work the best with white backgrounds even. That's what is triggering the results that we're looking for of someone clicking a button or putting their name and email address in a form so we can collect an email address. So the real lesson in this tonight, above everything, is now you have one more unique and creative way to reach out to audiences no one else is reaching out to and get a result. Traffic. When it comes to targeted traffic like this, Facebook pay-per-click ads, the way to go. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we will begin the private academy-only based trainings. And these are some of the things that we're going to be sharing with you in the private academy-only trainings available to all members. Because it's learning how to get a result. It's going to start getting you into the mindset of confidence that, you know what, I can do this. You know, something that I heard Ricardo and Robert both say this weekend, and I said it myself, that one of the other takeaways from this event this weekend was in walking away with a new sense of confidence in our abilities and a huge boost in our self-esteem, that we all began to realize just how valuable we were in the marketplace based on what it is that we know, teach, and do. Because what you know, what you teach, and what you do, and how you conduct yourself, how you do it, is what's going to start that process of people taking you seriously. Because based on experience, I can tell you that if you want to be taken seriously and you want to connect with people and become friends with people who can make a phone call and swing open doors of opportunity in a matter of a minute, I mean, think about that for a moment. People that have created such an influence out there, who can make a couple of phone calls and get something moving, who are willing to reach out and connect with you and show you how to do the same thing. And not just anybody, people that are the top affiliate marketers in the world. Armand Morin. He's done more than $100 million in sales as an affiliate marketer over the years. And these are the type of people that are willing to extend their hand, extend the olive branch, if you will, and invest their time in the right people. Who are those right people? That's determined by you and the choices that you make every day. Okay, so we will get into the mechanics of this here this week, probably tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to start digging into the mechanics of things here again. I'll let you know for sure in the morning because we're going to have our first step-by-step video coming out this week, which will be video, the original high-end production videos for the Academy. And we're going to start incorporating all of these notes into the back office for you guys to see as well. So, with that, my advice is that you make a commitment tonight. And that's all I'm going to ask you to do tonight. I'm going to ask you to do something tonight that's going to get a result. Because what Ricardo shared with me today during my coaching session with him is that everything that you do, do it for a reason. Have a reason for everything that you do. Because there's no point in doing it if you don't. So, tonight, at the very least, make a decision to commit to what you're learning here and applying it so you can start getting a result when you utilize what it is that we're sharing with you guys. A lot of this, I understand, is going to be based on hours of availability to work, but there are things that you can do that are going to maximize your time if you're willing to implement them. So tonight's a decision-making night. Okay, and the decision is simple. What am I going to do to get where I want to be? What am I going to do to learn and apply this stuff? What am I willing to commit to? As we've talked about this in the past, it's very important. Okay, because having that step-by-step daily plan of action is going to be key in all of this. So tonight, like I said, it's commitment time. Decide what it is that you're going to do. Write it down and stick to it, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a foundation that is going to start producing a result for you in some way, in some form every day. And then you're going to have a reason to go out and learn, reaching these target audiences, how to build lists from niche markets all over the world. I mean, can you imagine being able to take what we've shared with you tonight, embrace it, learn it as we teach it, and then be able to create email addresses from any niche, anywhere out there, doesn't matter, and then maybe even have the ability to either sell those leads or sell traffic to people based on those lists that you've created. We've been saying for weeks, this is a sifting, filtering, and sorting process. And what we've shared with you tonight in terms of the video sales letters to create conversion and using bridge pages to attract the audience you're going to be communing with in the sales letter, that's a winning combination. And you can do it with any legitimate target audience that has some traffic and some interest flowing through it right now. Okay? So like I said, we'll get into the mechanics of this. Building these pages, not rocket science. Most of the tools you already have access to do them. It's just simply a matter of making it happen. What we're going to focus on intensely on many of the workshops is creating this method of, or creating this type of content that's actually creating conversion, not only in sales, but also in other network marketing opportunities. It's all about getting people to a presentation. The challenge is most people struggle with that in terms of being able to capitalize when an opportunity presents itself. And all of this is going to prove to be of remarkable value to you, not just in terms of the video sales letter on a page, but in terms of knowing how to formulate that video sales letter to create a compelling offer to people regardless of what their interests are. Okay? So with that, I'm sorry I rambled a little bit there at the end, but I really want you guys to be able to grasp what it is that we're talking about here. Robert, did you have something else that you wanted to share here before we wrap up tonight?
I absolutely do. How could you tell?
Because you turned your camera and your microphone back on. That's how I could tell.
I want to real quickly give a shout out to a couple of people, particularly Lori Parley. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name. Butchered that. She just gave me just some wonderful, wonderful comment that just filled my heart. For those of you that don't know why I do this, I don't do this for the money. So, you know, I get the greatest satisfaction out of the emotional payment that I get when people like Lori Parley leave me a comment like what she just left me. A couple other people that I want to give a shout out to so that they're not feeling like I forgot them. But anybody else that was on this morning's webinar and actually did what I asked you to do and actually stood up and screamed out freedom, particularly Mike Shapiro, Laura Lee McCarthy, Jamie Malcolm. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And that's literally what it's going to take, is to get totally engaged and totally involved in what it is that we're doing here. And by being a part of that and doing those things, it also, like I mentioned to Rex, it also shows us who's really serious about getting where you want to be. And it doesn't take much for people to just say the right word again to be the well, be the gap or the bridge between you and your actual success. Well, as it's 11:11, that's all I've got to say. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you all for being here, and we will see you at the top.
Okay, we'll be back tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. A couple of key points for tomorrow. Watch your email for the training update tomorrow as we start to dig into the mechanics and step-by-step stuff here. Also, tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Michelle Grigsby will be with us live to start the introduction to blogging and creating content for the social media. So you guys are going to definitely want to be here tomorrow. And again, one more time, just so people understand, you know, and we don't have a bunch of support tickets coming in 48 hours asking us, hey, you know, how come I can't get this at $47 anymore? Based on training we received this weekend, in order to assist our pro members in generating more commissions, we are going to turn the $47 per month offer for the pro membership into a one-time offer, meaning that the only time that will be offered to people is when they first sign up for free at the Academy and go to the page that talks about the pro upgrade. They'll still have the option to get it for $47, but they will have to take action then, because they will not be able to get it for $47 once they bypass that page. It will be $97 a month in the Academy.
So what that tells me, Rex, is that I should have a conversation with these folks first, let them know that they're going to be backed by a huge army of cool people that really care about their success. So they're going to need to commit to $47 per month, because if they don't take it when it's there up front, because, you know, we're very transparent, they'll have to pay more on the back end.
Yep.
Make
That's
sure
just good.
you
Yep.
know, because you don't want somebody coming back to you and saying, "Oh, I got to pay $97. Well, you didn't tell me I could pay $47." So don't make your people mad, okay? But bring them to the Academy, invite them, let us train, let us help you train them, and let's get you paid.
Yep. That's the objective. Get people into cash flow and get money coming into their lives. Because believe me, it certainly is welcome when it flows to me, and I'm very grateful for what we've been blessed here with recently. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and bid you adieu for this evening. We will see you tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and just make sure you watch the group's news and emails for updates, live fire feed. We're posting there all the time. That way you guys stay plugged in. And at any time, if you would like my one-on-one assistance, all you have to do is let me know, send in a help desk request, and we can set up a time where we can talk. Okay, and I'm sure that the Blakester will be more than happy to chat with you as well if you got questions for him. So again, and to wrap up this here tonight, okay, remember this above anything: the people that are successful in this industry are not lone rangers. They're working as a team, and they are friends with an exceptional amount of people. And that's one of the things that tonight you're also going to have to consider. And I would encourage all of you to start socking away some money so when the next event rolls around, you're going to be able to go. All right?
Well, if they do things right, you know, invite some folks here, they can have some money in their PayPal that'll help them pay for that.
That's right. That's exactly it. So, all right, well, you guys have a great night, and God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And there's still time to go out and get those 5 referrals and earn your gold upgrade today. The day's not over yet. It's only 8:45 p.m. or excuse me, 8:15 p.m. on the West Coast. So keep pushing. I know there's a couple of you close, okay, to getting that free gold membership tonight, so keep working on it, and we'll check the numbers in the morning. Keep going and going. Alrighty. So thank you very much for your time this evening. Blakester, as always, it's a privilege to spend some time with you. And we will see you back here tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Until then, have a great night and God bless you. Bye for now.
Have a pleasant night. Toot toot, love you. Bye bye.
See ya.